thing that I thought about is the person that is the closest to her, the person that is supposed to love her through thick and thin, no matter what. Her sister is the one that wants her dead. That's the one that hates her. And that for me was traumatizing, because I couldn't imagine the person that you sharing your life with, you sharing your house with, you think she happy for you and she rooting you on, is the person that's preying on your downfall. Like how traumatic can that be, something like that? And I remember watching her finally put her head on his chest, and she exhaled, like waiting to exhale, which I also have that CD around here too. But she said that this is the first time I ever felt safe. So even at that moment, she realized she hadn't been safe. She had been in her masculine, because she said some people even have been known to call her a bitch, but she wasn't always like that. She was made to be like that. And so she in being the superstar that they made her be, she didn't recognize that her sister was envious. And we all know sometimes what envy can turn to, but she was the person she least suspected. And in the end, it ended up costing the sister her life. But then she almost injured the baby, and then the doll blew up, so there's no telling how many people could have got killed. Like, it was really, really eye-opening to be like, the person you expect to be riding for you the most, preying on your downfall. And I know the old people used to say, keep your enemies close and your friends closer. Keep your enemies, which one is it? Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. But that has changed a lot, and we've seen that a lot lately. And then I did make a video about it after I first seen it, and so many things came up, because she ended up trying to play a part that she wasn't really equipped to play. And in the beginning, she had no idea her life and her son's life was in danger. And I feel like that's trickery, because you don't know. You can't protect yourself from the unknown, which you never know what can happen. People are dying every day, but you have hope that the way you rock with somebody, they rock with you the same way. And that when you put your life in their hands, that you can trust them. Or when your parents put your life in the hands of your friends or your homegirls, and they trust that you'll return home safely. And as a mother and as a daughter, I understand how hard that is to trust people with your safety and trust in your life. I will not watch the video of what happened to the young lady. The only thing that I can do is pray for justice, because she didn't realize that her biggest hater was in her circle. And we've noticed, we keep seeing repeats of this happening again, that the snake is within the circle. And I went by the philosophy, I always thought, I don't trust anybody. And then I heard, after DMX passed away, I heard a quote where he said, it takes too much energy not to trust somebody. So that if you just trust that a snake is going to be a snake and it's going to bite you, then you know not to get within so many feet of this snake, or not to feed the snake, because that one day this snake could eat you alive. So instead of not trusting people, just trust that you know who they are. You have sat back enough, you have watched, you have witnessed enough to know whether they can be trusted or not. And I do believe that with the Bodyguard, that they had put her on a pedestal, that she thought she was untouchable, and that she could do no wrong. She was Rachel and beautiful in this voice, and slowly but surely the foundation that she thought she had built began crumbling down, because she didn't check in with her circle. And her circle was only her staff and her sister, which her sister started out as the singer. She didn't make it. She became the star. And even though she became the star, she never lost that envy, that hate, and that greed. And I've always been a big Whitney Houston fan. So last year for my birthday, my friend gave me this book, and I decided, I wasn't going to read it then. But it made me realize that I was in the same place this year that I was last year. I was no closer to fulfilling my destiny this year than I was last year. And I had a whole year and I had a bunch of work that I had done, but I just been procrastinating, even with making this video. But I said that I needed to make it so that we can be aware and we can realize that we're stronger together. And you are as weak as your weakest link. And it reminds me of something I said on a new CD about the things that he survived would have murked you. I feel like that today. Like some of the stuff that I did, it's a lot of people wouldn't have been able to do it. And you are only as good as your circle. So keep your circle loyal with a few. You don't need a bunch. You just need a few loyal people that you can trust with your back turned, and also face to face, so that nobody else is having to bury their daughter in such a manner as this. And I send nothing but love, light, peace, and strength to the family that has to endure watching their loved one on that video that way, being shared millions of times, being viewed, being mocked, whatever is coming with standing up for it. So I offer my condolences, and I'm praying that we can come up with a resolution, because it seems like it's never ending and it's always something.